that Europe is better than Africa is something that was put in your head by Europeans. But Africa has everything. Africa is super rich culturally, language-wise, food, resources. Everything is in Africa. Africans only need to take back control of their continent. I also met a girl from the Netherlands. She was also traveling. We met in Mauritania and then we met in Senegal and in Gambia. So we came across each other several times and we had these discussions several times. People were hosting us and we would love to say, I'm going to host you when you come to Italy, when you come to Belgium. But people cannot come here because they don't get visas. And it's just bullshit. It's mind-blowing, this thing that people cannot just travel freely, because a lot of people I met, my age, they don't want to come to Europe to stay here. They just want to travel as I do. But Europe is taking resources from Africa. They've been doing this for forever.
You need to understand, so the spirit of the ancestors are here. And a long time black people are hold back. No, we not hold back. If you touch Ibrahim, you touch Jamaicans. You touch real Africans in Jamaica. And every American in Jamaica needs to be careful if we don't touch him. Are we serious? We're dead serious.
Very serious.
We're very serious.
Very, very serious.
Well, I'm not talking to you.
No, I'm the king that.
Yeah. Yeah. See there, whoa, see there. See there. Ibrahim Traore.
I've left it just for the Rastas.
Yes.
Pioneer the forefront of this. This concerns all Africans. Any destruction plan for the destruction of Africa concerns all of us.
Yes.
And we are saying, church pastors, we ask you, Sunday morning,
Yes.
Sabbath, return to sender, return to sender. Any destruction of plan, you need not only to be concerned about myself, but the upliftment and liberation of all Africans. And anything of plan, negative, just a return to sender.
Return to sender. We don't send CIA agents and all kind of people for destabilize people's economy. We're sick and tired of UNO, America and France and Europe. We don't go it. Revolution.
Red, white and blue.
Revolution.
Got nothing to do with you.
Revolution.
No red, white and blue.
No red, white and no blue.
Red, green, gold and green.
Oh, you mean?
Remember me tell you.
Greetings. So, I am an American, and even though I'm unable to fight in the war in Burkina Faso with President Ibrahim Traore, I stand with you and I support you, Ibrahim Traore. Not everyone in America is going for this. The government has no reason to be, or grounds to be, trying to take your country's gold and trying to just bully you and bogart and just take what they want, trying to hunt you down, trying to kill you, murder you. I do not agree with it. I do not agree with it. And it's time for all of us to stand up. All, and not just blacks, not just the African diaspora, but everyone. Everyone. We don't have a right. And when I say we, I mean the government. They don't have a right, because I would never do anything like that. I would never do no shit like that. Going over into another country, and then when you can't get what you want, you're gonna try to bully them, and then you use little black Uncle Toms to go and do your dirty work. Stand your ground, Burkina Faso. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. And I call upon all the African diaspora, all, help this country. Help. Stop hiding behind your presidential roles and your governmental roles, and hiding because you're afraid they might do something to you. They probably put some money in your pocket. Well, it's time to stand up. It's time to let this shit go. It's time to come together. So, Ibrahim Traore, we love you here in America. We love you and we support you.
President Ibrahim Capt, President of the sovereign nation of Burkina Faso, son of the African soil, defender of his people. May grace and peace be multiplied to you through wisdom, courage, and truth. I received your letter not as a political communique, nor as a demand echoing through diplomatic channels. I received it as a cry of the soul, powerful, principled, and painful, from a son of the continent that has known too much loss, too much silence, and too many broken promises. I have read your words, not once, but many times, and each reading pierced deeper than the last, for in your voice I heard not merely the anger of a president, but the righteous cry of a continent, long wounded by the dual blades of neglect and exploitation. Let me begin now with defense, but with confession. Yes, the church has, at moments in history, stood beside colonizers, when it should have stood beside the crucified.
Please, my good people, let's break down this. Let me just first ask you this question: how can you convince me that the black Americans, the white people, the people who are not Africans, the Arabs, the people from Caribbean, from Europe, from Asia, and all those people who are supporting Ibrahim Traore, do you want to tell me that all these people, Ibrahim Traore is brainwashing them? Do you want to tell me that all these people, Ibrahim Traore is manipulating them? Let's be realistic about this. Let us just be realistic. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what do you think about this. And now, just after you have watched those clips, I think you know what I am about of. So imagine today in your home. You're living in your home, in your comfort home, and everything that you have in your house or in your home. You know everything that you have. You know the benefits of everything that you have. But tomorrow comes someone and start to demand that he need everything that you have. Start telling you that you don't. You have to share everything that you have 50-50, or maybe he said that you have to get 80%. He has to get 80% of your wealth or your riches, and you get 20%. How can this sound? How will you react about this? And this is what is happening in Burkina Faso. This is what is happening in Africa at large, in African continent. Because we are sitting on the top of all sort of minerals, but we are being dictated and directed on how we can use the resources. How can this be sound? And tomorrow wake up very early in the morning, and then you see a foreigner, someone you don't know, you don't relate with, someone outside your community comes in and say that he demands that he want to arrest you because you are misusing your riches, you are misusing your properties, you are misusing your resources that you have worked for. How can this sound? Someone wants to come and take you down, want to destroy you, just because you are that's because he claims that you are misusing your properties. This is something that I believe that it is impossible, and that is what is happening in Burkina Faso. Because when you take a look at country like let me say take an example of country like America. First of all, America was never the colonizer of Burkina Faso or any country from the West Africa. And now today, I'm so surprised to see that America is at the front line. Is the country that is at front line to one which wants to take down Ibrahim Traore, which want to manipulate Burkina Faso, and it's ready to do anything to make sure that this guy is swept away. When we follow up the reasons, we don't know the reason, and there's no any other reason apart from all the Burkina Faso is sitting on top of it. As you know, in African countries were the one controlling all sorts of minerals. Uranium is found in Africa, the cobalt, the gold, all these diamonds. We are Africans sitting on the top of this country, of these things. During the time of slavery, there was a sword that was used to separate the Africans and the black people, and that's why today we are talking about the black Americans, the black the black Indians, the black whatever, all those names. That's why we are having the Africans and the black Americans. That's why we are having the Latinos and whatever. All this happens because of the slavery. Even if there could have not been that something that we call slavery, then today we could have not talking anything about the black Americans. But they found themselves there, and they found themselves there not just because of their willing, but because of the people of the will of the people who wanted them to be there. And today they are like illegal supplements or supplies or goods in that country. They used these tools to separate us, and from there they got that chance to access Africa and to take over countries of Africa, to take and ruin the resource, the economy of Africa. And since that time, those people are the one who have been controlling the resources of and the wealth of Africa for a very long time. When the African leader comes in, he must sign up the deal and the contracts with our colonizers, that you have to get such percentage of your minerals, and you cannot get that high percentage automatically. You have to get the lowest. You have no right to build any factory or any mining factories or any mining. You don't have to own anything that concerns the minerals in your country. Your role is to use your people, the common people, to go down there on the ground. Some people, many of people, we have experienced a lot of people dying, losing their life on their mining sites, on that caves, trying to go deeper to find these minerals. But at the end of the day, they are just coming out with these minerals, selling out at a cheaper price, money that cannot sustain their lives. And the people who are buying these things are the one who are taking them to their countries. They go develop their countries, they bring it back here. A few of them to sell to Africans, the rich people, the Africans who are able and capable to buy these minerals, or the products that have been made of through those minerals. And just because when you find a leader who is skillful, who is genius, and who is ready to defend and talk the matters of Africa and the black person, he became a threat. And they have to look anyway, anything to put against you. They have to find any allegations and anything bad to put against you, so that the people of Africa, the world, could believe that you are a bad person. So when they come to take you down, they have valid reasons. They have enough evidence to make the world believe that you are a bad person. And this, you have seen the other day, Ibrahim Traore is being accused of killing the people in Burkina Faso, the women and children. We have not heard this direct from Burkina Faso or any country from Africa, but we are hearing the reports from the countries which are foreigners, outside the countries who are not even in Africa. They're the ones who are bringing this news. Tell me, how this is possible?
Guys, an organization calling themselves Human Rights Watch have started a campaign against Ibrahim Traore. They have started a media campaign claiming that Ibrahim Traore has been abusing human rights and he has killed people in his own country. Now, we all know that these NGOs do not work at all in the best interest of Africans. We know that already a French woman was arrested for pretending to be a humanitarian and basically gathering information about Ibrahim Traore, his military and strategic sites, for France and NATO. Now, this Human Rights Watch have, as far as I know, have said absolutely nothing about the atrocities that have been committed by William Ruto of Kenya. They have said nothing about the atrocities that have been committed by France on Africans. They have said nothing about the atrocities committed by the British on Africans. They have said nothing about the atrocities committed by the Germans on Africans. They have zero to say about the atrocities committed by the Portuguese to Africans. But now they're busying themselves with dirtying the name of Ibrahim Traore.
How can this be possible? And that's why these guys every day trying to tell Africans, the youths, that we have to wake up, we have to fight, we have to defend, and bring back, reclaim back our dignity.
Let me give you the example of Ahmed Chalabi, Iraq. This mathematics professor, who was even in the Iraqi government, was co-opted by the imperialists. And he formed this semblance of a parallel government to Iraq in the United States. And he was used to be the sacrificial lamb because he was the one told to publicly declare that Saddam Hussein was developing weapons of mass destruction. And he did it. They used him. And this pretext was used to kill millions of children in Iraq and destroy Iraq. And do you know what happened to Chalabi?
Because we are already out of time. And the time that we have been wasting those days behind, those days back, we have to forget about it. And we have to focus on this agenda. We have to unite Africans. We have to unite all Africans, wherever they are, around the globe. We have to sing one anthem. We have to speak one language. We have to control our resources. But because he has tried to do this, he has become a traitor, has become like a leader of terrorists. And those same allegations are the one which they used to destroy people like Muammar Gaddafi, like Saddam Hussein. Because Muammar Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein, they were accused of being the leaders of terrorists. They were accused of owning a massive destruction weapons. In Libya, how can the massive destruction weapons can be found in Libya? After the death of Muammar Gaddafi, that's when the African realized that all that was being said was just an allegations, but nothing of truth was there. So we are still advocating Africans, the young youths, the young minds. That is our turn. It is our turn, and we have to do our best. It is our time. We have to do and fight for this. There is no any other time. It's very painful to see some people are still being the puppets of the wise, are still being the people who are the voice of the wise, or our colonizers. They're the one who are being sent to kill or to destroy our leaders, our sovereign leaders. It's very painful to see some leaders, some African head of states are still inviting our colonizers, giving them opportunities to come and control our territories. It's very painful. It's very painful if you can remember the other day stories about the Sudan. No, Sudan. Yeah, Sudan. When the leader of Sudan is now bringing back, offering, he is giving an offer to America so that it can come and take the mineral worth trillions of money just to be guaranteed with security. Yet they are not being attacked with anyone outside their country, but they are fighting themselves. When will it continue? When will as Africa continue living the life of this kind? This is very painful, and that's why we are not just supporting Ibrahim Traore or praising Ibrahim Traore because we love Ibrahim Traore. No, just because we love what he's doing. So wherever you are, if you are wherever you are, whether you're a black person or you're a white person or whenever you are, either the race you are, we have to support this guy because he's doing great. He's doing great. And he's not just only doing great for the Burkina Faso or Burkinabes, but he's all doing this on behalf of the African continent. He's doing this for the Africans, not for himself, not for Burkina Faso only, but for the entire continent of Africa. So don't tell me that that because you don't support a coup, you are not supporting Ibrahim Traore. We have respected the democracy for a very long time. We have respected the leaders whom we have elected democratically and constitutionally to the offices, but all this time they have failed us. They have not did anything. They have not delivered anything to the citizens. Africans are suffering. For them, crossing oceans, going in foreign countries to look for life, that's enough of suffering. And we don't need to allow this to continue happening each and every day. For the few days, for the few years, 3 years since Burkina Faso freed themselves from the hand of colonizers, from the chain of France, a lot of achievements have been experienced there. Tomato factories, gold mining reserves, the mining sites have been set up. The farmers has been supplied with all they need. The food security has been taken care of. The roads are in good conditions. The children are going to school. Hospitals have been made. So this means well that we can improve our countries just by ourselves. We can do without them. And once we have started this, we have to continue this. Once PLO Lumumba said, what if all 54 countries of Africa come and speak one voice and say that we are not going to pay the debts that we have? What can they do to us? They cannot come and bomb all of Africa because we have denied paying them loan. And we can do this and stop taking more loans from them and develop our countries just by our few resources, our few income that we are collecting in the form of taxes. We can do our countries work. Let's wake up. For those who have not woken up, for those who are still in asleep, let's wake up and do the necessary. Let's wake up and do the needful. Let's wake up and hold our hands together, raise our voice and say enough is enough. Enough is, yeah. This is Kenyan Explorer. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so that you'll be notified for all the update that is happening in African community, because we don't need you to be left behind. We need to go on one direction. We need to go on the same speed before we achieve this agenda of uniting Africa. This is something that we have to put more concern. We have to put more effort about this. We have to fight about it. We have to spread positivity. We have to eliminate all the slavery in our minds. We have to stand by ourselves. We have to speak loud voice for this to happen. Stay tuned until next episode. Tell me what you think, what you want to have. Bring your opinions, bring your concerns. Let's meet in the comment section. Stay tuned. Peace out.